Right, here we are on Land of Fire. Green team in this game in the Northern Spawn will be FOX-4, running Montana, Vermont as their limited chip. Brisbane, Salem, Moscow, Summers, Daring, and Kleber. That's Kleber, right? I can't actually see because it's behind Twitch chat. Yes, it's Kleber. Right, meanwhile, red team, Ohio, Conqueror, San Martin, Moscow, Petropavlovsk, Sphere as a limited chip, Shimakaze, Vampire 2, and Marceau for MOH. Right, I'll look some builds. So we have Kleber here is going to be running the legendary module, Fearless RPF. We have the Ragnar, Fearless Brawler, improved Adrenaline Rush. We got Summers, Daring, standard looking build. Moskva, Leg Mod, RPF, no Top Grade Gunner. Salem, Top Grade Gunner and Outnumbered, no Survivability Expert, is taking the extra heal though. We've got a Montana with the improved tankiness stuff, you know, things. We got Vermont. And we got Brisbane. Meanwhile, red team builds. Marceau going BFT, AFT, RPF, no Fields Brawler. San Martin, RPF. Vampire 2, RPF, Demolition Expert. We've got Conqueror here with a build. No aiming systems in slot 3 is a choice. Ohio with Vigilance. Petro, Legendary Module, RPF, no Survivability Expert. Top Grade Gunner, Demolition Expert on a Petro, no Adrenaline Rush either. Okay. I got the Marceau, we already looked at, and then finally the Shimakaze here. Oh, we've also got this Sphere with no Superintendent. Alright, taking a look at initial deployments now. Heading over the A cap for the green team, we see the Kleber going for the early fast cap, the Legmore Kleber. We then have Summers, Brisbane as a smoke radar combination somewhere around here. Should be able to get full control of this. Got Vermont in support, looking for popping of any cruisers such as the San Martin. Got Moscow, new standard radar position. He should be able to get, you know, radar control over that Marceau. We also have Ragnar in support to actually shoot the Marceau if the Moscow doesn't have angles. Ragnar could potentially go for a contest later on, but he will have a 7.5 detect, so contest himself may be difficult if his radar's not up. Montana in support of him. Then we got Daring going for the early cap, and then Salem playing defensive. Meanwhile, the red team, we have San Martin as the only ship over here currently. We've got Conqueror here, Moscow manning this radar position, Vampire 2 and Marceau. Marceau going for the early contest, Vampire going for hydro control, Ohio, and then we got Sphere going to be playing around here, Shimmer going for the early car, Petro going to take this position, radar control over this, and then potential for a Petro and Ohio push, or just Shimmer and Sphere kite. Marceau was reset. Ohio going to start chunking out that Moskva, and by chunking I mean missing. Ragnar radar comes out, spots the Vampire 2. He'll be opening up, but he's going to have the combined firepower of both the Marceau and Vampire Armament along with the Moskva. Well, he has a Moskva of his own to join in, so could be a little bit of a bloody situation here. Of course, Ragnar with that 25mm belt. So Marceau's going to have trouble penning that. Vampire 2 gets absolutely giga chunked though. What even damaged you, sir? That was the Vermont mostly. Oof. Big Vermont salvo. Of course, Vampire 2 not having access to a heal, that damage stays. Home caps both taken, along with A being taken for FOX-4. B cap taken for MOH, equalizing the points. Summers dropping a smoke for the Brisbane. They're going to be making a push towards this San Martin, forcing him further and further back. Get some control, stop forcing you around here. Maybe get in a position to start farming out that Conqueror. There's definitely potential for this Moskva to reverse back up here and then get down here and start sealing off this, but the Vampire 2 currently burning his smoke. But if you're going to be pushing down this side, you can definitely get that Moskva involved and get the Vermont forward as well, but stop actually enclosing this properly. But the thing is, they got all this damage on the Vampire 2 and they're not going for a recontest themselves. I mean, there's the Moskva, so... Okay, Marceau going for the contest into A is going to be spotted by Moscow radar, though. And that's going to be right in front of the Vermont. Of course, Brisbane Summers no longer have the control over it. And this is the same. If the Moskva was over there, they would have been able to get involved on this Marceau right now. Instead, they're holding radar control over a cap that they do not actually have. So it's kind of useless having the Moskva there right now when he could be getting involved here and shooting this Marceau. The Marceau was bullied away. Some trading starting to go down over on the 910 line here as well. Daring was spotted by Shimakaze by the look of it. Salem going to start farming on this Pavlovsk. Petro and Ohio are both lurching forwards right now. Brisbane's had a lot of fun farming onto this Conqueror for the last 10 minutes. Well, 5 minutes. Summers going to go for the resmoke, Brisbane as well. Brisbane being resmoked by the Summers soon. Salem going to probably be suffering here though. He's got Sphere on him, Ohio, and the Petro as well. Just wants to reverse himself back around here. Just deny this push. Still has radar control over this area. You got the Montana there. Ragnar going to start a slow reverse towards the B cap, and actually he's already given up on that, so never mind. Marceau being hard spotted by the leg mod Kleb. Decides to open up on the Vermont while he's there. There's that Brisbane resmoke going back and farming on the Conqueror. Torpedoes towards the Conqueror as well. Should be connecting, and that's going to be quite a pain for the Conqueror. Not very much healing potential remaining on him. In fact, 0 healing potential remaining on that Conqueror. Conk's just running face first at the smoke, and he's not going to spot them anytime soon. Brisbane can just radar at any point he chooses and respot this Conqueror. Just light the Conqueror for himself, and he should be able to get this kill, honestly. The Conk is currently burning through a heal. Actually, no, he's not. He has no heal for level 46. This Conqueror's going to go down. Like, Brisbane switched to the AP. Conk, no heal available. Currently on fire. "20 seconds left till he gets that heal back, and he should be just going down. Conk just goes down for free. Daring caught deep in a sphere radar. Shimmer contesting C. Salem going to get radar onto him, but I don't think anyone has a reset potential. We've got Ragnar and Montana over here. Legmod Kleber going to be reversing his way into the B cap for FOX-4. Daring smokes. Daring took so much damage from the sphere. And comes out of the smoke, still shooting, and now Sphere sees him. Doesn't catch enough damage onto him, though. Clever with a contest, but he's caught in Moscow radar. Forced out. Again, I would like to see this Moscow get moved further forward, like around to the island that we suggested before. Just to have more impact, getting like shots on this San Martin, this Marceau. Like maybe even coming around here, getting shots on the Vampire, Petro, or anything that tries to make this cross. Because right now, the Moscow is vulnerable from everything that's pushing up to here. Like, once these ships get to here, this Moscow is a target. Of course, I would prefer the Moskva had gone reverse and then that way, rather than turning flat broadside at the opposing Moskva, because this is a very punishable turn. A very punishable turn, but nobody's on him. And Vermont just removes the red Moskva. Just fully removes him. Moskva doesn't need to get to that position, but, well, I'm not entirely sure he deserves to get to that position after that play, but hey, what happened? It happened. Petro being farmed out, Vampire super low. The push is stalling out hard for MOH right now, as they lose the Petropavlovsk. Yes, you have both of the home caps, but you have no access to the rest of the map. And FOX-4 will take game 1 over MOH. Because it is best of 2. And we'll be moving on to the Faroe Islands once again. Planes are all readying up. I mean, we're all ready. I'm not sure what we're waiting on right now. Alright, the teams have finally declared that they're ready, even though they've been ready for a while. And we're going to be dropping. Cool. Dropping into Faroe Islands, Marseille, Prince d'Albert, Napoli, and Libertad are our bands. Here we are on the Faroe Islands. Green team in the northern spawn will be FOX-4 running Montana. They're going to have Vermont as their limited ship. They also have Cerberus, Brisbane, Salem, Stalingrad, Shimakaze, Summers, and Daring. Meanwhile, in red, MOH running Ohio, Kremlin, Puerto Rico, Moskva, Sphere as their limited ship. Shimakaze, Vampire 2, Marceau. Puerto Rico, though, that's a choice. Alright, Alex and builds. Brisbane. No Tropical Gunner, going for the stuff. Alright, we'll go. Shimakaze, Legendary Mod, Joseph, and Silence RPF. Salem, Top Gunner, outnumbered, no survivability expert, is taking Superintendent, no Summers, standard looking build, but not taking the Captain with improve. Actually, no, you can't run a vetch anymore, can you? No, okay, never mind. Daring here, standard looking stuff, you got Stalingrad, Range mod, and DSP mod. Not a fan. Cerberus, outnumbered, Demolition expert, Vermongus, Montana. Let's go take a look at the red team builds. Where do we want to start? start with Puerto Rico. Top grade gunner, RPF, demolition expert, DCP mod slot 4. Kremlin, DCP mod slot 4, again no prop mod, vigilance. Also turret traverse on Kremlin, I don't think you really need that, bro. Ohio, vigilance stuff. Moskva, leg mod, RPF, no top grade gunner. We got Marceau. One's running Fearless, one's running AFT. I got Vampire 2 here. Shima, different silence RPF. And then Sphere. Taking a look at the initial deployments. Over at A, we're going to be sending Shimakaze. You're going to have Salem in support. Daring, looks like he's going to be playing around this kind of area. We've got Cerberus as well. And Vermungus going to hover around here. Stalingrad going to be manning this island, just having radar control and possible pressure towards anything on the cross. Then we've got Brisbane and Summers as a smoke radar combination with Montana in support. Meanwhile, for the red team, heading over the A-cap, we have Puerto Rico for some reason. Double Marceau are able to head over there as well. Marceau number 1 is going to contest B for a little bit. We also have Vampire 2 heading up here. And then Moscow manning this. Look for anything on the cross. Then we've got Ohio, and then we've got Shimmer and Sphere as smoke radar spot combination. Both home caps are taken. Early radar from Stalingrad spots the Marceau and the Vampire 2. 11 seconds left on the cap. I'm not sure if the Marceau is going to get this. Yeah, Marceau was reset. Back to 21 seconds there. Stalingrad radar will be going out though. More resets on the Marceau and a big chunk of damage too. Who landed that? Looks like that was the Vermungus. A nice little cubby hole to watch the action from here. Puerto Rico being forced DCP over in the background there. Yeah, Puerto Rico's such a weird shift to bring for that flank. Now, I assume the double Marceaus are going to head over there and look for something, right? You bring double Marceau, you use double Marceau. Well, 2 caps to 2. Now, where do the teams want to commit? Summers dropping a smoke for his Brisbane, but there's nothing from the farm over here. Seems like a unnecessary smoke for now. You are very loudly announcing, hey, we probably have something in this smoke, so Shimmer's not going to get too deep towards that. Stalingrad radar comes out, spots Vampire 2, that's about it though. Should collapse this, it doesn't look like it's working again. Let me double check, let me have a look at the Kremlin and see if it's working. Yeah, it's just not working again, don't know why. Shimmer has ran into the Summers face first, and this is looking like a painful trade for both DDs here, but it's going to be significantly more painful for the Shimmer, as he is like very, very deep within Brisbane radar and point blank towards him. Summers gets into a smoke. Shimmer drops a smoke screen of his own, and all that really does is Well, despot for himself, but these torpedoes could be a bit of an issue with the Brisbane. Takes one. Takes two. Shimmer no longer spotted, but there are still residual shells coming in. Gets out. DCP was available. Makes it out alive. Brisbane does pop his heel and get most of that health back. Puerto Rico being kind of turbo formed over here and also has 3 racks of torpedoes incoming. He's on a triple fire right now. Yeah, Puerto Rico not having fun. Of course, Puerto Rico takes 60-second fires as well, so that's going to be a lot of damage just burning away at him. Yeah, he needs to get out, but I don't think he can. I don't think he can actually get out of this anymore. You got Cerberus on him, you got Salem on him. Shimmer's perma-spotting him. He can't make the turn out. That's probably going to be a dead Puerto Rico. Also, the Marceau lost a load of health too. Yeah, Puerto pops his DCP, but he's only down to 8,000 health. He has no heal available. He's just going to die. He might get something on the Salem, but not very much. Yeah, not very much indeed. Is Puerto Rico going to go down for first blood? Pops his radar just in case. Shimmer being forced to retreat off. Someone's going for the resmoke on the Brisbane. Spheres pops his radar, finding nothing.
The enemy is about to win.
Vampire and Daring having a little bit of a trade in the middle there. Moskva and Stalingrad both providing their radars to allow the DDs to trade successfully with each other, but Daring definitely getting the better of this trade right now. Yeah, Vampire is suffering. Vampire 2 goes down. At the hands of the Montana of all things. Again, Sphere radar. This time finds the Summers, who takes a torpedo and he's caught bow in. This might be a dead Summers here. Marceau opens up, Sphere opening up. Summers goes down. That's going to leave the Brisbane kind of on his own here. He doesn't have a radar available for another 50 seconds, and he's going to be in a 3 versus 1 against Sphere, Marceau, and Ohio. Of course, the Shimakaze, they're not going to be getting too involved. Montana might be able to start denying this a little bit, but... Cerberus looking to farm this Kremlin a little bit. Stalingrad taking a torpedo from, looks like Shimmer there. Actually a couple of torpedoes from Shimmer. But he's still fine. 37 health and 37,000 health in the bank. Well, 1 minute remaining for FOX-4 to win the second game. MOH gotta look for something somewhere soon. Looks like they're gonna try and contest D, but there's Daring sat there ready and waiting. And the Marceau is caught deep within a Brisbane radar, but the Brisbane does not explode to the Vermont salvo as he was hoping. Daring drops his smoke. Gets despotted. Moscow radar not really in range. I'm also going to suffer now at the hands of the Brisbane plus steering. 33 seconds left on the clock. Moscow pops his radar to try and find something, but not really finding anything. Moscow does survive. Sphere getting slapped about. Moscow actually gets respotted by being on fire, but no, it's too late. 10 seconds left. They can't contest D, and they need to contest more than that. B-Cap, Shimakaze heading towards it, but he's not able to get in there. And the Shimakaze kill gunboats to Marceau in the background there to end that with a game 2 going over towards FOX-4.